People, Indian startup ecosystem is at one of the most fascinating phases of all time. We are doing some really groundbreaking stuff. Indian startup ecosystem is at cusp of growth where phenomenal work is done by industry leaders, veterans, policymakers, entrepreneurs to revamp Indian entrepreneurial landscape in a way it would have never been imagined. But the harsh reality is 90% of the parents won't allow their kids to be an entrepreneur. And ironically, tell them to go and work in the companies which are built by these entrepreneurs. It's high time our education system start promoting the original thinkers, the innovator ones. It's high time we start building confidence in their hearts rather than figuring in their minds. We need to change our mindset from a followership mindset to a leadership mindset. Leaving it aside, though entrepreneurship has always been in our DNA, it is one of the most exciting times to be an entrepreneur in this country. And this is not me saying, this is the fundamentals of this economy telling. As per the Credit Suisse report, we have more than 100 unicorns right now in this country. But companies such as TCS, which is one of the most valued IT company in the world, we are leading the IT sector. We have the third largest startup ecosystem in the entire world. We are the sixth biggest economy on the planet. We have third most number of billionaires in this country, only behind US and China. We have surpassed Japan, France, Germany, and even for that matter UK. And top of it all, we are one of the biggest democracies to witness such growth rates over the year and in a sustainable manner. India has got a humongous potential to become a global giant if we start tapping the right mindset. This is a dream run for Indian startups and will continue to be so for years to come. The only matter is, can we run along? It's high time we start celebrating Indian entrepreneurs over Bollywood celebrities and see the magic happening. Now, let me tell you 10 reasons, though there can be 100 reasons, let me tell you 10 most important reasons why we need to start our entrepreneurial journey from today itself, why we need to start working on that startup, on that dream from today itself. Because as they say, the only restrictions to what we can do is the limit we set ourselves for. Now, first point, great access to people and talent. We have a young population, probably the youngest in the entire world. Our average age is 27. If you compare it to China, their average age is more than 38. If you compare it to US, their average age is more than 40. And if you compare it to Japan, their average age is more than 48. We have a highly aspirational and educated youth. Our mental and intellectual talent has been recognized by the whole world. And if you don't believe me, see the top companies and their CEOs. Now, if our youth start realizing that we don't need education system to learn new things, to acquire new skills, we'll go to a whole new level. We'll start building more disruptive technologies, we'll start cracking more things. Mark my word, India's youth will be the driving force for the growth of Indian startup ecosystem and henceforth the Indian economy. On consumer base, India's consumer market is poised to become the third largest in the entire world, only behind US and China. Our consumer spending will grow from around $1.6 trillion right now to $6 trillion by 2030 as per the World Economic Forum. We have a massively huge population. Come on, we are talking about 1.39 billion people. You can literally invent anything here and you will find a customer for it. Therefore, India has become a global destination for top foreign companies to come and invest in India so that they can tap this huge consumer base and therefore the market share. Now the point is, who will eat the pie? We Indians or these top foreign companies? Now, third point, internet penetration. Thanks to Jio, internet is cheapest in India and have spread in almost every part of the country. Now, internet penetration have actually helped in more than one ways. First, for instance, every youth of this country is radically at the same level. A person who might be sitting in some village have access to same knowledge to person who might be sitting in Mumbai. Internet penetration have actually helped every startup, be it e-commerce startup, e-health startup, food tech startup, online grocery startup, or edutech startup. Now their reach have increased and therefore their consumer base. Third point, now in this COVID situation, we have seen increase in work from home culture. And I don't have a doubt that soon a person who might be sitting in Jaipur will be working for a company in Silicon Valley or Japan. Fourth point, now more startups are coming from tier 2 and tier 3 cities. Now there are no more geographical boundaries. You don't need to be in Bangalore, Delhi or Mumbai to start a startup. You might be sitting at your home. Now you can start and expand your startup from any part of the country while leveraging the platforms who have global presence. Great example of this is Jaipur, which have more than 1300 tech startups and various non-tech startups, which involve couple of unicorns, and the biggest startup which is founded in Jaipur is Cardigo.com. Now fifth point, now more and more startups are acquiring the status of unicorn. Sixth point, increased availability of funds. This is one of the most encouraging points for every startup and every budding entrepreneur. Now that more and more startups are getting funded each day. For instance, $7.8 billion of fund has been raised by Indian startups in 2021 itself in just 4 months. Much more than the previous year. And if you compare it to the current situation where pandemic is going on, this is a huge motivation. Seventh point, mergers and acquisition. Now more and more startups are coming together to collaborate and serve the greater audience for a greater good. More and more startups are getting acquired at great valuations. For instance, Flipkart and Walmart, 77% stake of the Flipkart has been acquired for $16 billion, valuing Flipkart at $21 billion. Now more motivating than this is Indian startups acquiring other Indian startups. For instance, the latest deal where Byju acquired Akash Technological Services for almost $1 billion. That is huge, that is an achievement, a milestone in Indian startup story. Now 8th point, we are a developing nation, and this is one of my most favorite. Got this extra benefit over developed nation that we have a lot more problems to be solved and lot more inefficiencies to be made efficient, and as an entrepreneur we have lot more chances to find our pot of gold and therefore create wealth for the society. 9th point, government is also promoting startups. Government is coming up with various schemes and funds, various taxation benefits, ease of regulations. Now how efficient it will be, it is yet to be seen, but this shows intent of government to promote startup and startup ecosystem of this country. 10th point, and one of my most favorite point, the startups are finally coming public. They are coming up with their IPOs, and with the recent announcement of SEBI doing ease of regulation for startups to come up with their IPOs, this is a milestone for Indian startup ecosystem. Now this will work as a charm for budding and aspiring entrepreneurs who are planning to launch their startup, and with startups such as Paytm, who recently announced to come up with their IPO at the year end for $3 billion, will be valuing Paytm at $30 billion. This will be a motivating factor for other entrepreneurs to come and join the race. You know, there is a certain pride when you see some Indian startup making this big. You feel motivated, you feel inspired to start your journey. Indian startup landscape is riding the crest of success, and foreign investors can't help but be charmed by the Indian entrepreneurs and enticed by the growing purchasing power of its domestic market. Believe me, we will be the power creators of more things than we can even imagine right now. In the coming future, Indian startups will be the leaders and the pioneers of the sectors we cannot even think right now. The momentum is strong, showing huge growth potentials. It's high time we start taking entrepreneurs seriously, because Vetrans, investors, industry leaders, policymakers are celebrating entrepreneurship. It's high time our education system starts celebrating entrepreneurs too. India has started an ambitious journey of transformation, and it will be fueled by Indian entrepreneurs. This will be a hell of a ride. This land is full of possibilities. Welcome to a golden era of being an entrepreneur in this country.